What is comparative education? Now let's look at what is the nature of comparative education. So in comparative education, or we can say within comparative education, you can do a comparison of educational philosophies. What do I mean by educational philosophy? What I mean by educational philosophies is the underlying principles that somehow become the basis of your educational systems. So you can see the philosophy of education in your madrasas, and the philosophy of education underlying your secular system of education is different. Because the whole concept of what is education and what should be there to sort of give that kind of education will be different. However, there are other several deeper issues within philosophy which lie beyond the scope of this course, but you need to understand that we are just touching the tip of the iceberg over here. So you can also compare, so you're within comparative education, different theories of education. So what do I mean by theories of education? Theories of education is a coherent set of principles that explains how does teaching and learning take place. What is the best way to teach? How do the students learn? So how should the learning process be? What should it entail? उसके अंदर क्या चीज़ होनी चाहिए? Actually जो कुछ होना चाहिए that becomes your philosophy. और वो चीज़ें किस तरह से होती हैं और teaching educational process कैसे होता है, that is your theory. You can compare those. You can also, of course, compare classroom practices of teachers and of students and what happens within the culture of a given school. Please remember that whatever your philosophy is and whatever the underlying theories are and whatever your assumptions about those theories are, they will be reflected in classroom practices. So your school will have a certain kind of philosophy or within the country you will have a certain kind of philosophy. And then इतने macro level पे भी होती हैं और कई दफ़ा teachers भी अपनी जहन में एक assumptions लेकर आती हैं जिनका एक impact होता है classroom practices पे. हम लोग ये भी चीज़ compare कर सकते हैं. We can also do a comparison of different systems of education. So there are different systems of education. हमने types of education आपको पता ही होंगी, जैसे public school education है और government school education है. Different systems हैं. जैसे जो एजिसन की सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन है, इट इज़ डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द पब्लिक स्कूल्स. जो कि यूके में एजुकेशनल सिस्टम है, दैट इज़ डिफरेंट. सो यू कैन हैव अ कंपैरिजन ऑफ डिफरेंट सिस्टम्स ऑफ एजुकेशन ऑल्सो. Then education across different cultural context is also different. So we can also compare different cultural contexts of the education. We can look at how do different cultures shape education. So you can look at how within वही पब्लिक स्कूल सिस्टम है जो कि यूके में है, वो किस तरह से है, और वही पब्लिक स्कूल सिस्टम पाकिस्तान में है, वो कैसे डिफरेंट है, और कैसे कल्चरल एक्सपेक्टेशंस उस एजुकेशन से डिफरेंट हैं, और कैसे वो एजुकेशन सिस्टम्स उन कल्चरल एक्सपेक्टेशंस को they are showing it or they are reflecting it. So you can also sort of look at the cultural context within which different educational systems are embedded. We can also look at or compare historical developments. So we can compare that over the years, how over the years things have changed in public school systems in Pakistan. How over the years public school systems have changed in UK or America or different states in America. So एक historical जब developments हम देख सकते हैं, इनको भी compare कर सकते हैं. So you this can be done in two ways. You can look at different points in time. So you can look at 1979 and you can look at 2015 और आप देखो कि इसमें क्या change आया है, या आप ये देख सकते हो कि एक ही सिस्टम में, एक ही कंट्री में कैसे ओवर द टाइम चीजें बदलती रही हैं. This sort of comparison can be done across countries. So you can look at how things are different or similar across Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, on how they are different in UK or in US, whether you do the comparison between or among developing countries, or you do just among developed countries, that is our choice. And we can also do a comparison across developing and developed countries. We can similarly do comparisons across different continents, Europe, Asia, Australia. So this gives us a macro approach. Remember, the higher or the more sort of broader our scope of work is, or scope of interest will be, the lesser we will go into the minute details. So if you are interested in some sort of in-depth study of something, we will have to go deeper into into a single country context or different regions within a certain country. So that means we can also do a comparative study within a single country context.